Question.
Who wants to kick us off with Nurk?
Just let us know.
Nurk, you know Dame as well as anybody. Where do you see his mind being right now?
I think he's probably the happiest he's been, as far as health. I think I didn't know. It's really hard being with him every day to see that he was not 100%. I think he didn't realize that he was not 100%. Not that he didn't know, but he thought he could play with for probably a couple of years. And now seeing him out there actually like being happy that he's healthy, like it's probably as he's been in longer time. So I think that's probably for me the mindset. He's like really happy where he at.
He's never been a guy who's lacked motivation or things to motivate him. Do you see anything specifically motivating him now?
I don't know, I don't want to speak for himself, but the way I see, I think it's been, like when I went down with the injury, they say, oh, he's never going to be the same again. Oh, he might be done in NBA or whatever. I think I can see with certain media, certain people, they asking, similar type of question. Are they going to be again the old Dame? Are he going to have a games like 50, 60 points? Or are he able to do that again? I think maybe that motivate him more than in the past because he never know he was, kind of limited as far as health. So I think he, can't wait to play again. Especially the he missed certain time with basketball playing the games. I think he's not used to that, and I can see that kind of drive him more than in the past.
Nurk, what did playing with the national team this summer do for you? Because, I mean, thinking about it, these are probably the highest stakes games you've ever played in your career because you were injured during the conference finals run a few years ago. So, what did that do for you, and what do you think you're going to carry over for this season from that?
I mean, other my emotional justice, playing for the country, representing the country, it's something special. It does give me more basketball games than probably a lot of guys in the summer. So it's kind of, for me, I'm already mentally in the season, which is weird. Like, this is the media day, so it feels like I was 2 months in training camp, kind of mentally, not necessarily tired, but it's already like, oh, I've been there for like 2 months. Basketball is just, for me, today is already like, late December, so that's how it feels. Like, I'm here and everybody's talking about games, and I'm like, games again? Like, so it's I think give me more than in the past summers if I try to answer rightly, as far as being in a like a possible game type of shape, and obviously different speed, different basketball playing over there than here, but it definitely gave me more in a good way.
Nurk, with so many changes in the roster, Chauncey, Dame, and they've talked so much about playing a different style of basketball, one that's maybe not his turn, my turn, that opportunity. What are you most excited about with so much changeover within the roster and different personnel that you're able to take advantage of on both sides of the floor?
I mean, I agree with Chauncey and Dame what they want to do, but to be honest, the most exciting part is the honesty. I think with the Chauncey, one thing I realized since day one was no really a capping, no really saying stuff that he didn't mean, or just smile and go forward. I think he addressed things the same moment that happened. If somebody take a shot that he shouldn't take a shot or not, his role, I think he addressed that. I think that's the biggest need in NBA. I think that people has to agree, or in a certain way has to apply for the team to play the role. And I think that's the biggest, I will not say success, but these little run we have over in January and February, whatever. I think that was like everybody was clicking happy in the roles they was. And I hope and I believe, and we'll work through that we all gonna work for Dame because he deserved that. I think obviously he's our best player by far, one of the greats that this league ever had. I think for me, the talent-wise, how human being, how he carry himself, and I hope we can do all for him to have a better succeed and easy job.
Hey, Austin White from the Portland Tribune. Specifically, kind of touching on that with Chauncey. I remember last year you said you're excited for kind of the accountability he would hold. Do you have any just kind of examples from last season where, he, told you or even Dame or just something where he said, kind of keep being accountable?
I don't mean even just on a game. I mean on a practice. Like really, obviously on a game is a lot of things going on. It was first time head coach. Some things might slip, some things might be late. Subs, and he like he will come and be like, I got to do a better job, get you out, and as a player, you appreciate that more than anything. I think when you come into the game for young guys, they know not going to play that night, but they already know, they've been told. So I think they respect more the obviously I'm excited to play alongside with Jeremy and Grant, and obviously Ben played before with the GP. So I think those people add different type of value to the roster. I think competing-wise, we're going to be different. I've just been in national teams having, not necessarily the best people on the name-wise, but we was competing as hell, playing hard as hell. We was beating better teams on the paper. I think you forget how much chemistry can do to the games. And that's how I was, witness to that. So I think our goal is to play with each other, and hopefully we can, use them as much as possible, to help him to be the best himself. Because the only way we win championship is Dame.
Back here to Nick, and then we'll go to Orlando.
Better be a good answer. That was a long walk. What gives you the internal fulfillment knowing that you're here now and for the future, long-term here as a Blazer?
I mean, personally, it's a blessing for me. Like I told before, I don't take those things for granted. Being in one place, my family, like my wife, like everybody is just staying in one place. And I know not necessarily it was, bad thing for the guys to jump around the league and teams. I just don't think personally for me it was that the case. So I kind of appreciate what I does, and I'm grateful that the organization, believe in me and the way I saw it last year. So for me, it was, amazing to kind of be good enough or great enough to stick in one place for many years, and hopefully, 4 more years would be great. For me, Blazers are more than just a team, and Portland and Oregon, been find a home, and I really mean that. I know a lot of people will be saying a lot of stuff out there, but even when I finish career, or even if this extension didn't happen, I will always come back, have a place here, and feel like home, because it is.
Nurk, Orlando Sanchez, KGW TV. The offseason, you mentioned getting to represent your home country, but also as a whole this offseason, how much fulfillment was there getting a chance to travel, donate your time, go to Africa, those type of things? How have they made you a better man?
I mean, basketball is just a game. That's not who I am. I really believe that this world needed more, peace and love, not wars. Definitely not. It's sad for me that I see that, people buy whatever out there. Like, I'm not saying that Elon Musk not doing the right things in the world, but he rather buy the Twitter than kind of figure out with somebody, why we have a people striving for food to this day, not having meals. I think approach for me is different. I don't judge him, the man is, if not the richest man on the planet, I don't know. But I think as a society, we kind of fail every day. Like we have kids who have suffered with the sickness that we can help them, and we're not doing anything about it. So I think it's tough world where we're living. I was in Rwanda for 3 days. Never saw so many happy people or happiest kid with so little. Like I didn't. And it kind of triggered me. So I tried to did whatever I could in those 3 days for them. I saw the 2 schools out there with a couple thousand kids. Didn't have shoes, didn't have anything like that. So try to buy them the shoes and, books or whatever they need in that case, or whatever access I had in that case, was possible. So it was kind of joy for me to see, and then building the basketball court there for them to play. It's just amazing for me to see it that it's possible.
Do you already have any other future plans in the works?
That was not even a plan. I went for vacation and then I got shocked. So for me, it's just who I am. When I see a really bad situation, if I can help a little bit, I always, strive for that. So my future plan is to have a elementary school back home for the kids in a place where happened genocide in Srebrenica in Bosnia. So hopefully, since 95 to this day, never was work on a peace, really. So I think all those kids, can have a better future regardless of religions, because they only matter there what religion they are. And to me, it's not, white, black, any color, any religion. It's just, I think we should judge people how good they are as a human beings, not, what they look like or what they believe in.
Thank you, Nurk.
Yep.